Good morning, Rod Guy here. I've got no doors on, and I'm going to be drilling holes in my machine. So yeah, the woods ban has been lifted in some parts of the province. Not here, but... Anyway, the more I use this machine, the more it gets beat up. It's just how it is. You buy a machine, you run it through the woods, run it over the rocks, it gets scratched, it gets dented. Well, I want to try to keep the machine for as long as I can, because holy crap, it's expensive. So what I got is a set of rock sliders we're going to be putting on, because if you notice down here, it's not exactly pristine anymore. Wonder why that is. So yeah, we got a set of rock sliders. These are not the typical BRP ones. These are actually by Lonestar Racing, which is they're licensed to sell stuff to BRP right on their website. I like Lonestar stuff. I've seen lots of it before. So I'm going to go that route. The BRP ones actually come around and they kind of wrap around where my fenders are, and I don't want to modify that for any reason. The Lonestar ones kind of stick out on the side, so they are going to protect this side here, but not impede in my Rock Blocks fenders, which I didn't want to do. So yeah, let's get this unboxed. Let's take a look at what we got. Oh, it's stapled. Hardware kit. Huh, that's cool. Comes with two different style plugs to use. I like it. So that's some pretty heavy duty stuff. Actually, that's some pretty thick steel. Not quite tin. It's meant to be used and abused, and that's what I want. So not quite sure what kind of steel that they used. It's like a Schedule 40 or something. It's pretty heavy. Chunky. Anyway. LSR for Can-Am. Alright, so unfortunately we do have to drill into the machine. But that is what it is. So I gotta take a look at the constructions, because I think BRP only sends that little thing up there, that the QR code to scan. But yeah, so I guess if you don't have it here, you can look at this and scan for yourself on the screen. That's what it is. There's your instructions. I hate when they do that. Just give me a damn book. Luckily, I already printed some off. Okay, so I just took a couple minutes actually, to sit down and read the instructions, figure out what they want me to do here. So according to the instructions, this rear panel needs to come off to access a plastic rib that's in behind here where we need to drill, because the drill center is kind of right in where the rib is. Well, if I come back here, that's the rib right there that they want me to cut out. And they want me to like cut it flush right along here, where I got to drill through to go inside and meet one of the frame rails. This frame rail right here. Well, I can reach it right here. I don't necessarily think I need to take that panel off, because if I have to do that, I have to drill out the rivets. Now they do give you with the kit, they do give you some self-tappers, but I don't really want to do that. It's not that hard to do. It's that one, and there's one up here somewhere right there that would need to come out, and then to drill out the two bottom rivets. Now this is for a 2023 model. This kit fits older models. There's just it tells you in the instructions what to do if you got an older model. But I mean, I can reach that piece where they want me to cut right here. I can't. No, I'm just gonna grab one of my hobby knives, and if I need to, I'll just heat it up so that I can cut that little rib out. Because I can feel where the hole is behind here. Like it's right where my finger is right where that bolt needs to go through. Okay, so yeah, that was ridiculously easy to do, and I didn't have to remove anything. Like, there is the center of that, where the hole is on the frame rail on both sides. There is something inside we have to take off too, just a little circle that's already kind of pre-cut, and I'll show you that in a second. But I just used an X-Acto knife that I heated up with a torch, and it went through that in like, I got that out in less than a minute. So, I don't know what they were thinking about trying to complicate things by doing it that way, but anyway, if you're not comfortable doing it this way, you can always follow the instructions and take off the rear panel, but I didn't do that, so next. So, they give you these, in the instructions, they'll say to print these out. And there are templates. So I did watch one other guy's video on what to do to install these things. And he did it on a 4-seater. And he said it was the worst fitting accessory that he's put on his machine. Well, I don't think he actually used the templates, because he drilled right where the dimples are, and you don't do that. It literally says it right here. There's the dimple location. There's where you need to center the drill. So he drilled way too low, and then on the back side, he drilled way too high, and nothing fit. Well, no wonder you didn't do it right. So, okay, so I'm going to get these templates cut out and paste it on the side of here, and then we have to drill where they're telling us to drill. So that is an unfortunate name for our product. Anyway, to make things easier to find, to put the templates on, I've got a paint marker, and I'm just adding a little tiny bit of paint right in the dimple areas. Should make it a little bit easier to locate when I put the templates on. Make sure we got the right dimples. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Okay. Well, let's start putting holes in the machine, I guess. And we got everything pretty much ready to go. There is something that I should mention too. I ended up having to reprint off my templates because on the bottom end of the template, focus, you have a scale, and that scale needs to line up with a ruler or a set of calipers or something. Because if you don't, the first one that I printed off, these 3 holes were not lining up, my dimple holes, because the scale of everything was off, so it needed to be fixed. My hole saw is a little bit too big for a pilot, so obviously I'm going to have to drill a little pilot hole here first. Even if that paper slips off, at least I'll know where I'm drilling. Hole number 1. Wow, that's really burred up. All right, so now if we actually take a look where I got these holes drilled, you'll see right in there, right in there, a little bit. It's hard to see that one. And then there's one that's actually offset in here. That's where the hole is up there, but that's obviously where that mounts in there too, so yeah. Okay, so now the next step is we actually need to get inside of here. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this. Try to turn the camera this way. Yeah, right there. That's what we got to focus on. I got to get this little ring cut out here, and it's actually already kind of pre-cut. I'm just going to heat up my knife like I did last time, cut 1, 2, and 3 little slots out, and then that'll come right out so I can get my wrench and ratchet in there. So for this front hole, there's actually something else that we need to do too. According to the instructions, we need to pop out and drill out these rivets here in the floor to actually lift the floor up to cut another piece out of the floor, a little plastic piece. But if I get down here, this is the piece that they're talking about. Now, you might not have, if yours is an older machine, you might not have this wide open area here. They did make some changes in 2023, and the instructions do say that there are changes in 2023. So this is the piece that they're talking about getting rid of. But the bolt needs to come through this way, but it's flexible enough that I can just actually push it up out of the way, or I can just realistically take my knife and do what I did before and just cut out a little square. So I think I'm just going to try to push that out of the way and then put the bolt through. Seems to be the easiest thing. Okay, a little bit of a test fit. Because it's got this little end here on it, we got to kind of fish it through here first. 1, 2, and 3. Well, I did something right. Okay. So, bolts. So, there's 2 nylock nuts. Or not nylock, but crush nuts that come with these. And then there's 2 bolts. Well, all 3 of the bolts are the same, actually. They're just the same length, but I'm going to try to feed that one underneath here first. Again, you saw in the last clip, I got to go push that little tab up out of the way, slide this through, because these tubes are actually threaded. So I need to get some anti-seize on that end, and then try to get that up and underneath and screwed in and started. And this hardware seems like it's nice. It's a grade 10 bolt. So it's got to carry quite a bit of weight if it puts the weight of the one side of the machine on that rock rail. Okay, let's see if I can see what I'm doing under here. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but I'll put a little bit of rust check inside of these. Just because I know they're probably going to get some water and crap in them. You buy something, you pay money, you got to try to make it last, man. End of story on that front. Okay, so the last thing we got to do is actually cap off the ends. So going to come with 2 different style caps. This nice billet one. There's 2 of those. Well, there's 4 of those, and then there's 4 of these. So the little plastic ones just go on the back side. The nice billet ones that are branded LSR, Lonestar Racing, go right up front. So these ones have a little O-ring on them. So they need to be installed, capped in there. And these black ones just go in the back. So there, we got the bolt underneath, that's tight. We got the bolt in here, that's tight. We got the bolt back here with the crush nut on it. And they say to torque to 35 foot-pounds. I use the Ugga scale on that one, so I just went to what I think it was around 35 foot-pounds. You're welcome to put a torque wrench on there if you want. If you over-tighten them, you can basically crush the tube. So just be cautious of that. But, I mean, they're in there. So that's how you install these things. We're just going to leave the video there as it is because I just got to rinse and repeat on the other side. So obviously you don't need to see that. But the kit's not that hard to install. It's like a 2 out of 10 out of difficulty. Again, you just need a little bit of patience, and when you're reading instructions and it says something to do that you could probably do easier, just do the thing easier. I didn't have to take off this back panel. I didn't have to take out the floor. This is a model 2023, so yours might be different. If it's not a 23 and above is going to be fine to do it this method. Yours, it's a bit older machine. You might have a little bit of difficulty, but I don't know. I can't tell that because I don't have your machine here. But anyway, I think these are going to be pretty good to have on the machine. Like I said, I'd rather sacrifice these tubes than have to constantly replace broken plastics. I hate the look of broken plastics. It's going to happen. It's a machine. It's going to happen. It's going to get scuffed up, scratched up, banged up. That's just how it is. But I try to keep things as long as I can. So anyway, thanks for joining me on this, and hopefully we will see you out on a run very soon. There's some runs I got planned coming up, but it is still very busy right now. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Rye Guy out. We'll see you next time.